never forget when China tried to buy you.
You remember that?
I do.
As funny as it sounds,
I'm not even bullshitting right now.
You remember where we were at when the email came in?
We were in Dallas, Texas, in Addison office. At least I remember. Call that.
So creepiest. It's the creepiest Zoom we ever did.
They offered you, I think, $250,000 to speak.
I have the email till today.
And then another $250,000 that you're going to donate. Something. I don't. You want to tell the story?
Yeah. He says, look, we want to fly you out to China because this charity. We're willing to give you $600,000, of which we want you to present a $300,000 check out of your bank account to us, but you're going to net $300,000. We're going to treat you royally. And an email came out. Mario and I and a couple of our guys got on the Zoom with them. It was a PR firm out of New York with folks in China to give $600,000. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I just wanted to hear them out to see, like, are people actually saying yes to this? And then what is your outcome? Is it later on in case because we're loud against you for you to come back and say, well, he came to China and gave us $300,000 to a charity. So he was a supporter and all this other stuff. So, it's but you got to realize, so if somebody $600,000 is a lot of money to somebody, I'm like, I'm going to go out there and take a look at this. But man, a lot of Americans are being sold to China. A lot of Americans are being sold to China.
Did they come back with a counteroffer after you told them no?
No, it was a very awkward Zoom, and the man was very. There was nothing pleasant. The two publicists were very pleasant. There was nothing pleasant about the guy. It was very uncomfortable.
Right. Who was the guy? Do you recall, like his title?
We have the name of the email, but the guy was very disturbing.
And you can think about that PR agency. You answered your own question. Do people really take the money? That's what they're doing. An American PR agency representing China interests, trying to suck in influencers and wealthy people here in the U.S. so they can put them in their back pocket for when they're needed.
Listen, I mean, we criticize prostitutes in America a lot, and they chose to live a life for exchanging whatever they're doing, sex for money. But the real prostitutes are in Hollywood and sports that are taking bigger checks, and they're selling their souls and their country to any country that's willing to pay them the money. So, we have to kind of, if you're really going to talk about prostitutes, you got to really go to the point where these guys are getting paid some real money to sell their country.
Sell their country out, other people.
That to me, that's just,
Do you ever see a time where there are people like that can be potentially tried for treasonous activity?
I don't think that'll happen because there's ways to cover through it. But just think about it from this standpoint. To be bought for the rest of your life, no matter what the dollar amount is, you bet. Like, look what happened with
soul to the devil.
Look what happened with what's his name, who just stepped down from. Who's the guy that just stepped down? The big wrestling CEO.
Oh, Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon.
They forced this guy to step down. Okay, what did he do behind closed doors? He bought him. What's the number now? It's like 14.28 million. I don't know what the number is. It keeps
over 14
inclining
now,
on how many people he bought out and how many people he did that. Okay, so what's the solution? What's the alternative? Do you know what the real alternative is? Hey, if you don't come in, I'm going to tell the world about it. Here's the reality. If anybody ever threatens you that they're going to tell you about you hooked up with them, you should tell them, look, you're eventually going to tell them. So if you're going to ruin my marriage now or 3 years from now, just go ruin it. I'm not giving you shit.
Yeah.
Because you're going to tell the world. So you know what? Matter of fact, let's do three-way with my wife. Go ahead. Hey, babe, just want to tell you I screwed up. Here's a lady.
I was looking at a three-way, totally different way. Okay, gotcha.
And by the way, I know I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, you're a freer man to take that approach than to take this approach. Every single month, you have to be waiting for somebody to say, I'm going to bring this out and take it public and tell this, tell that, tell this.
It seems like kind of a weak way for Vince to go down, doesn't it? A little bit. I mean, the guy was such a hard charger. He's the face of wrestling. No one's been more important in the sport than him.
Yeah.
So what's the story? He was having...
The board is basically forcing him out
because
now.
he was paying women under the table because he was having sex or relations with them?
Relationships, covering things up. So
was he paying out of his own money or from the company's money?
No, I think he was paying his own money.
So what's the problem here exactly?
I don't know. Time to go.
Extramarital affairs. It's a bad look. It's bad PR. I mean...
Well, his wife, ran for Senate in Connecticut. I mean, she had a high profile herself. She had a big role in WWE too. So maybe they all just collectively felt it's time to move on. Let Stephanie and Triple H run the show.
I respect it, and that's their business. Mm-hmm. If they're having the conversations right now, and the wife is saying, "The hell is the matter with you?" I understand all this other stuff. What are you doing? and they're going to have their whatever, and they're going to say, you know what? This is what we're doing. We're either getting a divorce or you got to step away.
Yeah.
Because this is embarrassing the entire family.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.